Today we'll hear statements by the honourable members for the district of Baie Verte-Green Bay, Bonavista, Cape St. Francis, Grand Falls, Windsor, Buckens, and Torngat Mountains. The Honourable member for Baie Verte-Green Bay.
Speaker, today I rise in this Honourable House to recognise a 15-year-old resident of Triton, Grayson Budgell. Due to the number of iceberg sightings this spring, Craig Budgell was inspired to instill a business work ethic for his son Grayson, to provide Bergie bits to his buddies. With hard work and effort, they could bag, store, and supply safely harvested iceberg ice for their family and friends. Once out to sea, Grayson assisted his father in harvesting Bergie bits aboard their boat. In the cool of the evening, they chipped, washed, and bagged the final product. After reaching out to Newfoundland Iceberg Report with the idea of posting online, the response was phenomenal. The father and son duo traveled across the island selling the sought-after Bergie bits. Grayson, along with his dad, traveled many parts of the island this summer selling iceberg ice, including supplying ice for 2 weddings. The iceberg venture was a great success, which included the profit covering the cost of a 12-day salmon fishing trip for Grayson and his dad. I ask my honourable colleagues to join me in congratulating Grayson on his iceberg venture, another Triton entrepreneur to be watched.
The Honourable, the member for Bonavista.
Thank you, Speaker. Mark Clinch of Princeton started a journey on October the 4th, 2023 to accomplish a dream that most would hesitate to undertake. Aiming to raise money for children, Mark began a bicycle journey from Wabush to Princeton, some 2,000 kilometers away. During the pandemic's lockdown, Mark struggled with his mental health and relied heavily on his bike and guitar for support. He paddled whenever possible, realizing that solo activities in the great outdoors were safe and therapeutic. Seeking a way to pay it forward, he came across a foundation called Canned Aid, which promoted biking. It also assisted youth in acquiring their own bikes and provided safety lessons in their operation. Along his travels, Mark highlights to individuals who struggle with mental health that there are resources available via phone as well as walk-in clinics in the more populated areas, both of which he availed of. He hopes individuals struggling with their mental health will reach out to these resources and realize that they are never alone. I ask the members of the 50th House of Assembly to join me in celebrating the humanitarian efforts of Mark Clinch from the District of Bonavista in supporting youth and their mental health. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member for Cape St. Francis.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to recognise a yearly coast-to-coast motorcycle ride across Canada, the Rolling Barrage. The Rolling Barrage has now completed their 7th year, a ride across Canada bringing awareness to combat the stigma associated with post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental health concerns for veterans and active members of the Canadian Armed Forces, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, first responders, and emergency health care providers. The ride shows strength and unity among members, while at the same time raising necessary funds and awareness to support programs for those in need. On Sunday, July 30th, the Rolling Barrage rode through my district, thanks to one of the organisers, Chris Sainsbury. Over 50 motorcycles travelled Route 20, stopping in Chris's hometown of Pouch Cove for lunch, photos, and important discussion on post-traumatic stress disorder. As Speaker, many wounds are not always visible. Speaker, I ask all honourable members of this 50th General Assembly to join me in congratulating the Rolling Barrage for another successful ride, for raising awareness on ending the stigma on post-traumatic stress disorder, and to the riders who completed the full pull from Newfoundland and Labrador to British Columbia. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member for Grand Falls, Windsor, Buckens.
Thank you, Speaker. Chad Haggett was born on February 26, 1975, with the biggest heart this world would ever know. Chad's volunteer and community work in Grand Falls, Windsor, and throughout the province proved to be extraordinary. He was a member of the Corduroy Brook Board of Directors, River Gold Weekly Volunteer, Special Olympics Organizing Committee for 2023, and a very proud Lions member. Chad also did some great work with Crime Stoppers through the years, but some of his greatest accomplishments would have been with the Ronald McDonald House Charities in Newfoundland and Labrador. Chad was a giver. He was selfless, kind, and generous. But above all, if you knew Chad, you were family. Chad was a pillar of our community, and his love was felt across the province. He always put others before himself. Sadly, Chad passed away on September 7, 2023, at the young age of 48. His team of friends in Grand Falls, Windsor raised $10,500 in his memory this year as the acts of giving continue in his honor. Chad was a huge political guru. He loved a great political debate, but could always put aside politics for friendship. Trust me, I know firsthand. To my friend, you will forever be missed and always loved. God bless you, brother. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member for Torngat Mountains.
Thank you, Speaker. Tony Anderson has spent a lifetime working towards improving lives of Nunatsiavut people. Not one for public praise, his legacy is significant. Positive change he forged for elders, children, and the lives of our people. He lost his father at a young age and attributes his kindness and inner strength to his mother, Muriel, and his brothers and sisters. Staff throughout Nunatsiavut government and the former Labrador Inuit Association, LIA, praised Tony's knowledge and wisdom, how freely he helped them and supported them, and most importantly, the respect and kindness he showed to them. There are many types of leaders, but best legacies are of those who care. 1992, he was elected to the LIA board representing Nain. Later, he served as advisor on Aboriginal issues to VBNC. 2001, he returned to LIA, serving as vice president and acting president. 2005, he became First Minister of the Transitional Nunatsiavut Government. 2006, Tony was elected to the first official Nunatsiavut government, becoming Nunatsiavut's First Minister. He served consecutive terms up until his retirement, except a term he served as Nain's Angyukak. Ministerial portfolios included finance, human resources and information technology, lands and natural resources, education and economic development, and acting Minister of Language, Culture and Tourism. Thank you, Speaker.